Alright, so I ended up coming across a very strange and different truck, and all I could say is every picture I looked at was just wow, and it just got worse and worse. So I'm about 5 minutes away from picking this thing up, and I don't know, I think it's going to be kind of funny for the channel, and it's going to be, I don't know, maybe we'll get it running, maybe we'll play with it for a little bit, try to figure out what someone was thinking, and kind of go from there. But we'll show you what this thing looks like when we get it picked up. All right, we got good battery. I did get some pictures of it, actually where it was sitting and getting it loaded in relation to the introduction, but let's take a look at this thing now. Words are very hard to put together to explain this, so I'm sure I'll have it set as a thumbnail and you'll get a kick out of it. But here we go. Look at this thing. All right, so 100% you see it as I seen it. So there was quite a bit of creativity in this. It's just off the trailer moments ago. I don't know, maybe we'll just start back here. So looks like we have a second battery with some big cables. There is, I don't know, fuel pump, 2 fuel pumps, a fuel pump and a filter here. We have a fuel cell. We have 2 air pumps, 2 air tanks. Over here, we have another fuel pump. We have two air pumps on the other side of the fuel tanks. I am going to air this thing up. If we can do that, and you know, see what powers up. I mean, like I said, you're seeing it the way I see it. You got some kind of a solenoid here. I don't know what this switch was for. This wire went to it, and this one ran over to the well, let me show you some of the quality work here. Sliding around in here, okay? We have 2x4 plywood. I don't know, it's got like a shut off here for something. The creativity is just mind-boggling at the moment. Looks like we have a trailer tongue underneath here, some pieces of pipe, an inner tie rod end, another inner tie rod end, the inner piece off of the trailer. I'm not even sure what that's off of. We've got all kinds of stuff tapped in here. The wing, it's balling. That's all I can say. We have no junk in the trunk. Oleo! But it's a pretty decently new Craftsman box, which blows my mind. Down here we have a worn off wire brush adapter. Looks like it's for a 3-inch grinder holding our camera in place. We have, looks like a motorcycle turn signal. They might be backup lights that are half spray painted over. We have 1 light for the tag. It's hard to say what these ones here for. Maybe they're backup LEDs. Looks like we got more here. That's got to be one of those brake light, turn light things. Fancy. Okay. like I said, we got more stuff tied in here. Fancy brackets. Looks like we got another tie rod here. Some other piping. Another fuel pump just kind of hanging there. We got I don't know, a bunch of fuse stuff wired together there. Here's a solenoid. I guess that goes to the pumps. There's a fuse in here. 80 amp, that's a big one. And comes with a little Allen head here to hold it. What I can say is I think it actually has E85 in the tank, because it's leaking some out. We are sitting on, let's see if we can get here. We have Toyo Proxy STs. We are 305/35 R24. We are sitting on 24s. First time for me ever having to say that. So, got some fancy wheels. Up front here. Custom chain and plate welded over where the mirror is supposed to go on the doors. I think because of this wire, maybe they're a turn signal. Straight up, I would say that is off of a motorcycle. I mean, the front brake calipers look like they're brand new, which is wild. It does have some decent looking lugs on it. Carbon fenders. I don't know what someone was trying to do across the top. We have a carbon fiber Viper style hood with some locking pins here in the front. Kind of just walk down this side here a little bit. Carbon fiber. Man, these mirrors, spot on. I don't know what possessed someone to go hog with the grinder on every single part of this truck, but that does definitely make you wonder, doesn't it? All right, so it had this front bumper on here, which I don't know, maybe it's to mount lights on, and you can stick a winch down in behind here. There's probably an additional bracket, I would assume. So it's probably like an off-road winch. It does have something NFAB. It's kind of hard to tell unless you're looking at it from this side. Not sure on the brand at the moment, but I did have to remove that to be able to access this thing onto the trailer, because this is quite a bit of length. So let's open our hood. All right, so you can see here's our hood, what it says. We did drill this out pretty good. There's actually a space for the latch, which is non-existent. We do have a front mount intercooler down here on the bottom. Not quite sure why. Pretty thin unit. Comes around here, and then I don't know, stops down there. So maybe it was part of their air cleaner, and they had the air cleaner mounted down there. But we got the Holley Sniper EFI intake with the rails. There is a cheaper set of headers that are like stainless steel. That doesn't even look like they were started on it. I'm not sure what brand of coils we got, but they look like they're new. What other wild stuff? So we have a catch can over here. I didn't even get in here and pull the old dipstick. There's a horn pump here, and we have a horn that's full of water or something, who knows. So maybe if that drains out, it might work. There's just so much creativity that has gone into this. So we have a disconnected battery. What's this? Second terminal setup. Looks like we have that wire supposed to be in there, but it's not. We got a ground. What is back here? What is this? Oh, there we go. Ground wire. That's supposed to go there for a ground, I guess. You can see it, right? Are you seeing this with me? Custom upper rad hose. They deleted the factory fan. They mounted one in front. Looks like we have an LED in behind here and behind the front. We're not even inside. So this air ride setup in the front here, it's pretty freaking wild. Not sure what the make of it is, but it looks like it is outer spindles, upper and lower arms that are welded to the frame. Whether that's how it's supposed to be, I don't know. But the saying "my buddy can weld" definitely comes to point. Look at this. What is in here? This looks like they filled it in with something there. What do we got? PHAT fat parts. Goodness. Like I said, them headers look pretty nice. Like I said, they're not that expensive. I looked them up. They removed this lower part here quite roughly. Now we have custom, looks like they have the air ride shock mounted there. Oh my gosh, look at this custom welding on this thing. Man, you would think that after some of this welding, you might have had figured out how to do it right, but I think we didn't. Wire holding stuff together. Like, what's down here? Look at this. We got a bolt zip tied there. Oh my gosh. Like, this thing just is, this is insane. All right, look at this. look at this. There's no, like, what were they doing on that side? I didn't even look over there yet. I just looked from here. See how that's all bent over that shock bolt there? That is something there. I'm kind of excited to get over there to see that. Oh yeah, zip ties. Here's the airline. Like, I don't know if this was from forks or grounded. Look at the fuel line. It's just, sorry. Look at the fuel line. It's just, look, they got a clamp there, and then they got another small clamp there onto the plastic line. Like, what were they thinking? I want you to know that we didn't even get inside the truck yet. Inside the truck is very, very hard to take. So, let's keep going. What? Let's see. Let's see what the oil looks like. If it has any oil. They don't even have the dipstick installed right. Wow. It's all bent out of crap here. Whew. Well, let's say it has oil. Looks like it's a little over full, but it's hard to say with the way they got this stick in here. I wonder what brand coil packs they are. All right, I'm gonna warn you, this may not be suitable for children or anyone who questions the correct way things are done. All right, well, somebody just put these in their Their SRT4 I just seen. Did come with 2 keys. It did have remote start. Just, I don't know, is that the horn? Is this the horn? Type R? TAC? Like, that's just there. It's not even hooked up. This just, oh God. I go up and down. Yeah. Interesting. So we have a Blaupunk 432 channel amp. I have no idea. 50 farad. Looks like a capacitor, some kind of an audio control. We do have our twisty. Well, let's just get to the yellow foam in the room. And utter in freaking amazement. Look, we still have like, look, there's the caps that go on the amps. My goodness. I tried to get the steering wheel to come off. It is a quick release. I get some of this, but why would you spray paint over the gauge cluster and the screen, seeing you have these wonderful mirrors to look out of? Look, the headliner is painted. This right there, there is foam holding 6x9s to the roll bar. And it's not like, look at this. I don't know what that, there's some kind of a metal thing down there. It looks like they cut up the seat tracks to try to make them work. This door here, no open. Gosh. Guys, like, let's get in this passenger side. I don't know, maybe, okay, yeah. This makes some sense. Okay, so I see a bunch of white stuff here. That to me looks like a fire extinguisher. So there's a fire extinguisher here and it's empty. So I'm gonna say somebody reached in there and decided they were gonna push that. But seat's not, no damage to the seat, which is kind of cool. So being this was a 2014, wildly enough, they retained the CD player and the auxiliary input with the USB. What do we got down here? Ah, there's the, this was a bighorn. It looks like, I would say tan and brown, maybe? We have, I don't know what this is. Some kind of a control unit for speakers. Speakers? Look at that. Look at that metal thing down there. Look at this. This is insane. What is this? Ah, that's where the airlines come in. These boxes, I'm assuming, were shoved up from, maybe they had this steering wheel on before they put the other one on. But we got a dead empty fire extinguisher. We have a 6x9s, plenty plastic coated in the roof. Oh, maybe that explains it. Ching Ping Chai Xing. I'm at a serious disillusion confusion. you have speakers, and then you got them coated with Plasti Dip or something. Oh, that's the sensor that goes up in the dash. I can't believe they mounted it there. That's entertaining. Cup holders from the center console. It's, I don't know, don't ask, don't tell. This wonderful cut off sharp edges here for your passenger to get in with. There's the passenger view. Wow. Very, I don't know, foamy. There's this, I don't know what the deal was here, but we got a big hole in the floor. They did a lot. Lots of creativity in this one. Another plow pump. What's that? One channel power amplifier. I have not powered anything up, so I have yet to do that. Not that I'm gonna be surprised or disillusioned or just anything. Like, look, we got grind marks here. Yeah. I don't really have much of an answer for this thing. I don't know what that is. Just why? Okay. Maybe the lights or something will light up in here. Well, nothing. All right, so man, I'm just gonna drop this here. I'm going to check over some of this stuff, maybe get that hooked up. It'd be kind of cool to see this air ride stuff work before everything gets pulled apart. Or I decide what exactly I want to do with this thing. Wow. Like, they ground in here, and then like these were probably pretty nice. Then you got black spray paint on the top, and it looks like they tried to grind these edges here. I don't know. I'm gonna be curious to see if the fancy mirrors light up inside there. So the hood is cool. Hood's real cool. No freaking clue.